right. Show me
like
your
a
snake.
pay-per-view.
Show me your box.
Okay,
You want to see my snake?
I don't want to see your snake. Put your snake away. All
Damn
right,
it.
people.
It's always inappropriate.
So we are Moms of Mayhem. I'm Leah Kasari. Introduce yourselves. Who's going next? Want to go in order? Yeah, we'll go in alphabet.
Robin Lynn.
And
Amanda Wags. Wagon seller.
Wags.
in
Like a
case
wheel.
in case you don't know who we are, I'm sure you do. But so this is our YouTube channel. We have a podcast, and we are going to put excuse me. We are going to put our podcast episodes on here and stuff too. But just a little bit, because this is YouTube, and this could be anyone could see this. Just a little bit of backstory. I was on a podcast previously called The Ever Evolving Truth. They have a YouTube channel too. You can go there and listen, or you can listen to it wherever you want to hear podcasts. We covered a woman named Jessica Cornell who was faking cancer. She was arrested in October, late October, and she disappeared. She scammed people out of thousands of dollars. We pretty much proved it. She will not speak to anyone, but she has this tendency to go on Instagram and rant and rave and make wild accusations and spin a narrative that is completely untrue. We really wanted to ignore it. We did not want to talk about it on our podcast. So, welcome to our YouTube channel. Also, she directly calls out Amanda in one of her Instagram videos directly. Their backstory is that they were friends for years, best friends. And she thinks that she screwed her. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Luckily, I can edit this.
I was gonna say we can't see you. Are we supposed to see you?
I see a black screen. Like I see 3 little dots up in the top right corner of us, but the screen is black.
Do you see?
Now I see it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you won't see me because I'm sharing my screen. You're going to see this, and I'm going to play this, and I want to make sure you guys can hear the sound. So we're actually going to go backwards. We are going to address the first video, or the second video first. This one is, I think we could skip through faster, and then we'll go back and we could do the second video. This video, I feel, was a reaction to the White Horse Media Christmas Party live video. If you don't know what that is, you can go to our Facebook page and you could see the live video. This video we're making is basically for the people that do follow the story and do know exactly what's going on. If you don't know the story and don't know what's going on, like I said, you can find The Ever Evolving Truth. You can listen to their season 1 about Jessica. You could find her interviews with us on YouTube. There is a lot of things you can find. So let's just give this a try and make sure you can see and hear. So let me know if you can hear it first. So there's no sound yet.
This just in.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Both of you? Okay. All right, here we go. Also, I can see y'all. So if you guys want to say something, just say pause it if you want me to pause. I will pause as we go. If something strikes you that you want to comment on, just say pause it. Okay?
Got it.
Surprising news. The podcast is apparently making a second podcast about me.
No, we're not. Nobody is making a second podcast about you. No one gives a shit about you, Jessica. And as much as you like to say that you're relevant because everyone in the world is relevant, you're not. This is the last time we'll be talking about you. You're not relevant, and nobody is going to waste their time doing a second podcast about you. You may be talking about the documentary, which will probably be more about the ever-evolving truth as a whole and not you, but that's neither here nor there.
Because nothing better to do with their sad, pathetic lives.
Yes, we do.
And I work full time, and your makeup looks like shit. But That's going to be a consistent throughout every single video.
There will be lots of snark involved. Robin is here. She'll be snarking away. So
P.S. Leah, you might appreciate this. Jess said I'm the Artie Lang of the show. What does that mean?
You are Molly?
Yeah,
All right.
go ahead.
All right.
His real name is Dane Roach, by the way. Dane Roach.
I'm going to edit that out because he doesn't need his name on.
With makeup, bitch, you got like a Fisher Price, My First Makeup from Claire's Dollar Store, Wet n Wild, and you still can't fucking get it right. Keep watching YouTube, boo. Keep watching it.
Because that's all y'all want is to hear the juice. Well, y'all just ruined the juice.
And stop saying y'all. I say y'all. And she totally stole that from me. I hate that. Stop saying y'all.
And the juice.
And nobody says juice.
Oh, wait, pause.
OJ's nickname was the juice, and he lied too, so.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. We should call her the juice. All right. Go ahead. What, Robin or Amanda?
No, I was going to say, if people that are watching this, listen to the dialect of her voice. Listen to how she changes her voice. And this one is not a voice that I'm familiar with, but I think the next video we're going to watch is one I'm familiar with.
14 years, you don't know, you've never met this one?
No, this one is trying really hard. This is...
All right, let's keep going. How long can we go without pressing pause? Let's take it back.
We can't. I mean, the whole thing's a train wreck.
All right, let's see how long we can go. I say 30 seconds.
Oh, fuck. How do I get back?
What, your picture?
Yeah, because all my notifications are blowing up. Hold on, I'm coming back.
Put your phone on Do Not Disturb.
There you go.
All right, I'm back.
Or I put it on airplane mode. Just when you do that, remember to turn it off airplane mode because then you're screwed. Okay,
we don't
ready?
hear from Leah for 10 days.
Because my phone's on airplane mode. And I have no idea. All right, here we go.
Y'all have too much time on your hands. I'm a little bit concerned about your lives. I feel like as though you need a healthy hobby or like productive jobs.
There, I'll give her that. We do. This is my full-time job and I don't get paid. So she might be right about that. I do need more of a productive job. So subscribe, please. Give my life purpose, people that are watching this.
The hard work should pay off.
It will. Thank you. Thank you, JVC.
When you make a podcast about me, all you do is incriminate yourselves more and give law enforcement exactly what they're looking for.
This is where I got irately angry. And I know I shouldn't. And I know that she's just trying to spin a narrative and she's fucking full of shit. But I legitimately want to call a lawyer and see if we have a defamation case, because she is basically calling us criminals and saying what we did was against the law, and she's trying to twist and turn things that were said at the finale to fit her narrative, and it's fucking bullshit.
Just want to know how much of their followers actually believe that they were working with the police the whole time.
We never said we were working with the police. Never once did we say we were working with the police. We said we were in contact with the police, which was absolutely true. Anytime she did something, lied about something, or we found out about something that was a potential crime, we turned it over to the Euclid Township Police Department.
Euclid, boo-boo, Euclid.
Euclid Township Police Department. My bad. We were not part of the investigation. We did not know when charges were going to be filed ahead of time. When we were saying that we were hoping she would get charged, and there was a point where I think I said on an episode, I'm not sure if it was edited or not, but there was a point where I said that I was starting to lose faith in the police because I didn't think she was going to be charged.
Correct.
Does that sound like somebody who is involved in the investigation? No. I was not working with the police. None of us were. And as a matter of fact, I never even spoke to them. Only 2 people from the show did, maybe 3. I never did. I did suggest things like when Becky Weller was being harassed by Jess, And Jess wanted her rings back. And I think she wanted the rings back because Jess thought, oh shit, that's evidence of a crime, of me lying about what they are. I did suggest to Becky that she give them to the police. That was the kind of things when we say we were involved. We weren't involved in the investigation. I want to make that very clear.
And you guys didn't go to the police station like she did. You guys didn't sit down and talk to the detective like she did.
No.
Mm-hmm.
We have never been questioned by police. We have, as far as I know, we have never been asked to turn over anything. However, we did give the police things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to comment on that because I didn't. The only time that there was ever anything was the time where there was the Maddie Whistler was claiming that Jess was suicidal. That was the only time, and I didn't speak with anyone directly at Uklon. I called a emergency phone number. That was the extent of it. So, bitch, quit saying that we are involved with your case because we weren't. We reported on what we reported on, and we were not involved with the cops. So quit trying to get a mistrial for something that you can't get a mistrial for. And we have receipts, so bring it.
Yeah, and there's one more thing about that. If you guys were to be a part of the investigation, it would discredit anything the police did because you're considered a media outlet. So anything that you guys do would obviously look one-sided. They're not going to say, hey, guess what? Let's set up a sting. That's not how it happened.
No.
So, and that's coming from someone that was involved but not involved in this process, just someone that did an interview, sort of to speak. So as a listener, as someone involved in that aspect, I mean, anyone could see that. So that's what I want to say.
And the other part of it, too, is the other thing I want to address, and I wanted to say this in the beginning and I forgot, but one thing I wanted to say is that Jessica Cornell, I'm done with her, or Jessica Ann Smith, or Maddie Whistler, whatever name she's using.
James.
Jess Ann James. That was
what's the other one? Rachel. What's Rachel Marie?
Just Jess Ann currently is her name. So I want to be done. I do. But one, when she does stuff like this, when she goes on Instagram Live and she makes these rants and she spins a narrative, she's doing it for a reason. She's not going to sit down and talk to us. We have given her time after time, option after option. I've asked her to. Jeff has asked her to.
I've asked her to.
You've asked her to.
And she still throws out these ridiculous accusations.
Right. So we have given you a chance to tell your story and let us ask you questions about things like, why did you tell people that your parents were dead when they weren't? Why did you?
Why lie about your daughter? Saying that she was your brother's kid and you carried her as a surrogate?
And that's the other thing. She will get into that, and we're going to talk about that because I am so fed up with her using her children and trying to say that we're the ones doing it when that is so back-ass words I can't even tell you. And we're going to get there because she gets into that with that rant. So let's keep going because there's more.
Police department's really pissed off that they said that. You know that actually could get me out of my charges.
No, it can't.
Thank you, Teat family. Idiots.
Little snark here. Is that the dog that was stolen by a dog fighting ring?
Yes.
Whose dog is this?
Maybe, I don't know whose dog it is, but so now here she's implicating the entire Teat fam. So now it's not just you guys, the producers. It's Amanda and I and every other listener who's been invested in this story since day one. So I'm sorry, how exactly did we help her? And then exactly how will the charges get dropped when every 5 minutes it seems a new scam was uncovered or somebody else was misled and somebody else was taken advantage of and somebody else was theft by deception. So I'm sorry.
Right.
How do we help you?
I don't understand how we helped her. And lest we not forget, people, that while we were in the middle of this, she was trying to sell us. Well, not me. I wasn't involved in that. But Mounts, Jeff, and Terry all pretended to be different people. Like, remember
to get
that?
weight bench.
To get the weight. Let's clarify. I don't think it was the bench. It was another. I can't remember exactly what it was. But it was whatever BJ bought was exactly what we were trying to buy.
Like the weights in the rack or something, right?
I think that's what it
some
was.
specialized rack for that.
Yeah, it was the rack.
Modified for her that she spent a lot of money on.
Right. And from as far as I know, I mean, I don't think BJ's gotten any money back yet. So it would be nice if he did.
That's where her southern accent came from.
Oh, maybe that's where it came from.
Talking to the detectives down there who are apparently hot on her ass for that.
I really hope that she has a warrant out for her in South Carolina soon. I really do. Next.
The best thing that they ever could have done for me was stay that, okay? Literally the best thing. So if anybody is legally counseling this podcast,
we don't have a team of lawyers like you claim to have had. We don't. I will tell you that right now. Do we have friends that are in the legal profession? Sure. But nobody is counseling us. No. Why? We didn't commit a crime. You did. Several.
what they say and when they do it, y'all need a new lawyer, because I can tell you, defense lawyers, DA, they are all pissed at y'all for saying that.
Then why don't they?
They're gonna be pissed at you for running your mouth.
Yeah.
So when all these charges went out, one of the assistant district attorneys, Mike Noonan, was doing interviews with the news. So if he was so pissed at Teet, then why did he go on a media blitz, so to speak, and give interviews? And they don't just say, like, oh, we're going to charge you. They did their investigation first. So I don't believe that's true. And the new district attorney that's being elected on January 4th, I don't know, or sworn in on January 4th, Deb Ryan, she doesn't play bullshit. So things could very well change between now and your preliminary hearing. That's all.
Oh,
look at
definitely.
that screenshot. She looks like a fucked up brontosaurus.
So, and that's the other thing to say about, so what she's talking about is apparently what we revealed at the finale.
Her birthday party, remember?
Her birthday and mine.
Her live finale. Her live show.
Correct, Wags. You are correct.
Yeah, you are
Where
right.
we had and then people were texting her from an automated number.
Yeah.
Texting her pictures. No, bitch, you tried to shut it the fuck down before it even started.
Yeah.
And we were having too much fun to worry. Like, no one was worried about sending you updates. We were all having the best time. So stop. Come on.
Stop. She was angry about the ginger snap reveal. I'm sure that's threw her for a loop. And she's confounding two different things. She is taking what we said, that we were in contact with the police department, and she's turning that into a narrative that we were part of the investigation. We absolutely were not. We have never, at least I never met, I can't speak for everyone, but to the best of my knowledge, myself, Jeff, Terry, and Andy, not one of us has met the detective that was actually looking into this case. Not one of us. So there's no way that we were involved. I want to make that clear again. So quit trying to spin this narrative. And if anybody's going to be pissed at y'all, it really should be your defense attorney, sweetie, because
Yes. Oh.
She's digging herself so far into that grave. She is going to have to put the lotion in a basket or fucking get the hose again. Honestly, this bitch is so far gone. Far gone.
Poor Lawyer Mike. Lawyer Mike. I guess this would be Lawyer Mike Esquire, because he's actually a lawyer and his name is really Mike.
And he's not practicing in the state of New Jersey like the first one.
Right. Like this one actually exists, and he's not on a plane to London every time we need to talk to him. But yeah, like you are not helping your case at all here, Jess. And I think it does go to show that she definitely is not very stable. But again, like Jeff said when we had him on the show, Jeff and I both agree adamantly that she is not mentally ill. She is
Calculated. Yep.
She's calculated, and she's a narcissist, and she loves the attention, which we are totally feeding her right now. And I want to see if she, and I doubt she will. Do you think that she'll, here, let's take a bet on this. Is she going to make a response to this video?
100%, yes. 1,000%. And then I'll be deleted from Twitter. And then I will be, I don't know. Maybe she'll call my job.
Yeah. Oh, please call my employer. White Horse Media LLC, my manager, CEO of my company, Jeff Burke, would love to speak to you. So give him a call. You can have his email, his phone number. I'll hook you.
I think you actually already have those things, but
you know what? If you want to send an email, he'll take it.
And also, I heard that you were looking to give us an idea for the podcast. Ooh. So if you want our email address, it's moms, MOMS, and AND, mayhem. I know you have a little bit of a problem with spelling. So mayhem is MAYHEM. And then podcast, I think you could put those together, at gmail.com. Moms and Mayhem podcast at gmail.com. Oh, and by the way, legit has an E, girlfriends. It has an E.
Literally, it has an E.
Yeah.
Literally.
Literally, that is a lawsuit for me against a police department, several others. But ultimately, y'all have no idea that you just open yourself to a can of shitstorm worms.
How? What did we do? I don't understand. So you're going to sue a police department because we sent them information. So last time I checked, we live in America, where if somebody is committing a crime and you report that crime, you do it to the police. Am I right?
I would think, yeah.
So
makes sense to me.
I don't see how us giving police what we may think would be evidence a crime. It doesn't make any sense. But okay, do you, boo?
Yeah, thank you. Keep it up. So basically, if you want to see me try and play with makeup,
we don't.
You want to see cute pictures of my kids every now and then, go ahead.
Want to talk about your kids? We're gonna get there.
Follow me, because that's all you're going to see from here on out. I'm going to let the court just do the rest.
Thank you, because that's what you need to do. You need to shut up, and you need to let the court do the rest.
Leah's coming in hot.
Yes, baby.
See you all at the prelim so I can see you all sad frowns on your face.
I'll be rocking a glitter tear.
Nelly style. I'm going to put a Band-Aid on mine and catch that fucking shit.
For
David
Alex from now on. By the way.
Oh, to anyone who does not follow the show, in case you're wondering why her hair is like that, she shaved her head because she tried to tell people she had cancer. That is the court case she's talking about. She was getting iron infusions, taking pictures, and telling people that it was chemo. She took tens of thousands of dollars from people. So to anyone that doesn't know exactly what's going on or that wants to attempt to defend this woman, tell me how I'm a bully. I want to know how I'm a bully, because she pretended to have cancer and the proof is in her hair.
And everything else that we have.
Right, and everything else that we have.
Anybody seeing this could please let those know, or just if anybody sees this ever brings my children into anything again, explicitly saying that they were exploited.
Hey, Jess. Your children were exploited by you.
you.
And I will say it. I will say it now. I am no longer part of the ever evolving truth. So I can say what I want to say and have a tendency to bring up your children when they're convenient. Just like you did with Amanda. When you claim that your children were being exploited on the show, we hadn't spoken about your kids in months. It was a concerted effort not to talk about your children. Anytime someone did talk about your children, Terry was very vigilant and deleted it. So, not deleted it, but beeped it out or edited it out. Okay? So that is complete and utter bullshit. And I'm actually going to hand the mic to Amanda here. Do you want to share what she did with you, with the kids?
In what regards? Like what she said to me?
The messages. The situation where so Amanda, correct me if I'm wrong, you sent her a message saying, if I can help you, I will help you.
Yeah.
Right?
So in summary, because it's literally like 30 pages long, when this Maddie Whistler made the suicide accusations or, hinted towards it, I had reached back out to Jess after initially reaching out to her during her first post about having cancer, which, by the way, this was June 15th. She told me that she was diagnosed with cancer 3 months prior. So that would have been March. She must have forgot that. We had a very civil conversation, and then all the things started happening where there was doubt. And I was like, you know what? I haven't been friends with you for 4 years. I'm going to stop now. Like, I don't want to be involved in this. Obviously, I got involved, probably more involved than I wanted to, more involved than my husband wanted me to, but that's neither here nor there. So during that suicide mention, I said, listen, like, I'm truly worried about you. Didn't hear from her for a while, and at that point, that's when I had agreed to do my interview after I didn't hear from her. So during these long messages back and forth about me saying, what, and I don't know, do you want me to get into that right now, or?
If you want to, yeah, I think that makes, because I think you should address the part, because she basically called you out and said that you turned on her.
Yeah, so in the messages back and forth, it was a lot of like, her saying I try to defend myself and then, nobody wants to come to me. They're all cowards. And I've responded back something like, well, you block everyone anytime they say anything against you. So it was a lot of that back and forth. She also mentioned that, she was like, I'm just going to let the legal handle whatever needs to be handled. I'm like, I think that's a great idea. Like, I have nothing to say to you. Obviously, she says she hasn't listened to the Teat episodes since episode 4 or 5. And then shortly after, I want to say a couple days, she reached out to me again and said, can you please let them know that they need to stop referencing my children, that they meaning Teat, they need to stop, I will not take lightly to that, kind of similar to what she's saying in this video here. I won't tolerate that. She went on a rant afterwards about how her soon-to-be ex or whoever, Rob, is a horrible father, this, that, the other. And I just want to point out, as someone that was interviewed, even though I went into my interview with the conscience of saying I'm not going to mention the children's names because that's just not respectful to them or to her family, which I still think for the most part are good people. The first thing that Terry said was, please don't mention the kids' names. So if she said that to me, I imagine that she was saying that to anyone else that was interviewed as well. But she's the one, Jess is the one that like put a t-shirt on her daughter. I was like, buy one of my mommy's t-shirts to support her cancer fund. Like those kind of things. Like Teat didn't do that. And I will say that there were people that did mention her parenting, but they never said like, oh my God, like nothing derogatory towards her children. And I think if anyone would have said that, regardless if the producers would have seen it or not, I think the other listeners would have definitely, like, I would have jumped in and said something. So she makes it
seem Like, we are talking about her children, saying their names, criticizing her children. Look, if you have a problem with your children growing up and one day seeing all of this in the media, then maybe you should stay out of the media. Maybe you should stop making videos. Maybe, just maybe, you should stop or never have started making fake GoFundMe campaigns. It's your fault that your children will one day grow up and see everything you did. That is your fault. That is not my fault. That is not Jeff's. It's not Terry's. It's not Andy's. It is yours. And stop trying to throw it on us. It's not Christine's fault, and it sure as shit isn't Rob's fault. So stop it. It's you. You are the only one. And like Robin said earlier, you are the one that told someone that your daughter wasn't yours. Okay? So if you want to talk about exploiting children, are you afraid that one day your daughter's going to grow up and know that you said that? Probably. I
hope they do. And then another thing about the kids, here's just her very recent Twitter post that she has a custody agreement and I also share custody. Amanda shares custody. So we understand that you have to like split the time between both parents. Sometimes it's equal, sometimes it's not equal. But she made a post on Christmas that Christmas Day her son left at like 12 noon, I think. And it no longer feels like Christmas. It's the first time she's not with him. Okay, it may no longer feel like Christmas, but where's your daughter in that? Did you not have your daughter on Christmas Day? Were you home alone with your notebook and your pen? And, you're wishing everybody to just offer forgiveness and to be kind and to stop being so negative. That starts with you, sweetheart. So why don't you sip on that fucking tea before you continue to spill it? Ridiculous.
That is so true. And that was actually the first thing that went through my head. The whole thing was about the son leaving. The poor me, I'm by myself. And everybody is so ridiculous because they're upset about their fake ear pods, which I have no idea what she's even talking about.
Look, mine still have a cord with the ones that came with my phone because I'm not materialistic. I don't give a shit. I didn't spend money on them. And I have kids. I woke up by myself in my own house. I wasn't boo-hooing and rubbing myself, wearing my kids' clothes in the bathroom, complaining about, everything under the fucking sun. Like, ew, just stop. And wear a bra next time, or wear a fucking scarf so your tits don't fucking sag. Your hanging baskets are worse than mine, and I got like 15 years on you. And a lot more weight. Size 2.
I don't think this is fair because this is always her go-to. Her go-to is, you're bullying me, you're bullies, you're mean, yada, 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 and you're picking on my kids. No, we're not. We don't talk about your fucking kids. The only time we talk about your fucking kids is when you do, okay? I talk about my kids on the podcast all the time. My kids are mentioned, my kids are heard, whatever, they're my kids. And listen, I'm a mama bear too. If somebody were to criticize my children, my actual children, yeah, I'd come for them. But I'm not criticizing your kids.
You're not putting them in a position where somebody needs to. And you're not put in a position where you need to defend them because you're not a piece of shit person. And perception is reality. What I perceive from what you throw off and how you want to incriminate everybody and how you want to throw these wild accusations and that you claim that you're working on yourself and you have all these undiagnosed issues and they're slowly being whatever. No, just you get a big fuck you. I'm gonna be Randy from like an American Idol, I think it is. Like, that's just gonna be a no for me. Like, everything about you is just a no for me. A no.
And I know she's gonna come back with this and have some kind of critique against us and try to say that we're bullies and we're mean, but we're not. We are responding to you. Okay? We are responding to the way that you come at us.
And this is the only way we can, because you block everybody on social media and you say you're not on the book. Bitch, please. Which one of your 15 fake accounts is not on the book?
Exactly.
They
You're on the
all
book.
are.
Stop lying. Stop lying. Like, that's the thing. Stop lying. I think everybody wants you to go away because you're not relevant.
I
But
do.
but you're like a herpy. Like, you just keep growing back. And I'm tired of it. Like, I really need some Valtrex or something.
She's Rob's his pee. She won't go away. There's a
Yeah.
her pee and a his pee.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, we're not even into that yet. This gets really good. Hold on, wait. We're gonna pause in a minute when she talks about Christine. Here we go.
I will come for you so hard.
Bring it.
You don't bring children into an adult scenario.
No one did.
Do you understand that? Do you? You don't. Anybody questioned R yet?
If you're wondering who R is, it's her ex-husband, and C is the mother of her ex-husband's son. C actually works on the Ever Evolving Truth Season 2, and C was a huge part of Season 1, and she's an amazing woman, and I just want to make that
Yes.
clear. She is an amazing, strong, smart, witty, fantastic woman, and just really, really tried to drag her through the mud. And I actually I'm going to use her name, I owe Christine an apology. When Jess claims that in the beginning she was lied to and that we misled her because we wanted to do a podcast about strong women, all of that was true. And I have the receipts too, bitch. So bring them. I'm sure mine will say one thing and yours will say another because you'll probably alter a screenshot because that's what you do. But to spin your narrative. But in the beginning, I straight up, legit, with an E, felt that Christine was I had spoken to Jess for a while before we did Christine's interview. I didn't believe Christine. I was totally on Jess's side because, one, I could have never imagined anyone faking cancer. For me, that kind of just
vulgarity, just this.
Yeah, it's just not
desperation.
Yeah, it's not in my universe. Like, I just can't imagine someone doing that. We've all been touched by cancer, like we've said. I grew up, I was 6 years old, and my best friend was diagnosed with leukemia. His sister lived with us for years. Luckily, he beat it. But to imagine somebody pretending to have it, it was beyond me. And I genuinely liked Jess when I first met her. Genuinely liked her. She was charismatic. She was funny. I really liked her. It wasn't until I realized that she was full of fucking shit. So, to Christine, I owe you a great big public apology because behind the scenes, I didn't believe you until your second interview. And I really thought that Christine was a woman scorned because that was how Jess was portraying it. Jess was telling me that I just noticed something and we'll talk about it in a second. But Jess was telling me that Christine was sleeping with Rob.
Yes, she did. She said that over and over and over. They had an affair.
Right. And that's why she was so, like, out to get Jess, was because she was jealous. And none of that was true. And because, in a sense, Christine won. Christine was amazing. I mean, Jess was making memes about Christine. She was trashing Christine in every way, shape, or form. And Christine kept her mouth shut on social media. And she did not respond. She rose above. And now she has apparently a ban where those babies can't see Christine, who's been a part of their life. So for no reason other than the fact that Jess is pissed off that Christine was right. So I just want to make it very clear that when she trashed, I've never spoken to Rob. I don't know Rob, but Christine seems like, I know Christine. She's an amazing woman. So stop it, Jess. Again, stop trying to make Christine and Rob look like the bad guy. But this is great here because she starts to talk about Rob And she like trashes them, and then she's like, "But we're in a good place." So hold on, it's just amazing. Oh, look at her eyebrows. There's
Like
hair.
I have this like green eyeliner. I just want to like fix her shit.
But look, right here, like there is legit hair there. Like you could see that there's hair on her eyebrows.
But they were tattooed on.
Right?
Is that another conspiracy?
Probably.
It's the eyebrow conspiracy. Jess, explain to us why there is legit hair here. Did you shave your eyebrows? Were they tattooed on? I know you got them tinted because, whoo, girlfriend. But olive oil.
Was that me? Was that in reference to me?
No, that was in reference to you talking about her eyebrows when they were tinted. We'll show parts of that video. All right, so here we go.
Maybe you should. Maybe y'all should ask R why me and the kids are about to get evicted from our house because he hasn't paid his court-ordered portion of his half of the rent here since August.
I heard about this. There is a case pending against her because she's not paying the rent. Now, I don't know Rob's side of the story. I'm not going to really talk about it because I don't really know. But my guess would be that Jess didn't pay the rent. While doing the ever-evolving truth, we knew of several times where she was evicted, or there were stories where she would collect the rent from other people. She would go to the house and rip down the eviction notice and keep the money that her roommates thought she was paying for rent. So I'm thinking Rob is perfectly innocent in this. Maybe he's not, but in my opinion and her track record, I personally think that, that she's probably the one, because the court case is against her too. It's for both of them, not just him.
Ooh, look that up in the court docket, honey, because it exists. I mean, I had heard a rumor that season 2 wasn't quite working out. I think this just proves it. Y'all took the bait. Y'all took the bait so hard. Thank you. Myself, lawyers, DA, we all thank you for your stupid service. Fallen into a rat trap. I do.
Does anybody have any idea what that means? Go ahead.
Okay, so I don't, but I'm just having a moment right here, and
Amanda's got to share a moment.
I haven't seen this one. So
I haven't either. So
this is brand new to me. So there are several profiles, and I think there's so many different group chats going on and things, and I'm trying to just stay like I have one person who kind of sends me things, and I leave it at that, because I'm not going to be friends with her. I don't want her to see how great my life is, which, by the way, is wonderful. Thank you very much, since apparently we're all living horrible lives. Right. But anyway, that's not the point. So in this new profile, and before I get this, and I'm going to go off on a tangent, but I'm now questioning every fucking friend request that I get, because I'm like, is this person a real person? I'm like, oh, what do we have? Or do you? And I got a friend request today, and I'm like, I think that's the same person that was posting as this Rachel Jones, who, and I'm not the person who exposed this, but there's this Rachel Jones that's had a couple defending moments on the Teat page recently, and so she has her username says Jess Ann Smith, or whatever it is, Jess Ann Jones or James or whatever she was going by previously. Yep. That's right? Okay. So anyways, she has this person has 20 friends on her friend list, and they're all kind of random people. One of the people that is on her friends list is, and I'm not going to say her name, but and you can look it up, is the person who has been involved in Anna, and Greg went over the pronunciation, Machieska, right?
Machieska, yeah.
Anna Machieska's disappearance from the beginning, and she is a friend with this Rachel Jones. So this, I'm going to just call her A, is friends with Rachel Jones, and A is also one of the people that leads this Facebook group that's looking after Anna Maciejewska.
That's interesting.
So I'm very curious now as far as how that's working out, how this person who apparently this A person is very well respected. She's been running search parties and investigations, and now she's associated with someone that is probably not Rachel Jones and probably Jess Smith. So
I got that friend request from Rachel as well, and I tried to bait her with, "Oh my God, did you take a class at Delaware County Community College a million years ago? Because you look amazing. Your hair just looks darker." She didn't take it.
She didn't take it?
She didn't take it.
Did you approve her? Did you approve Rachel?
Fuck no, I did not approve Rachel. I have like 96 pending friend requests. That's gonna be a no for me, and here's why. My kids are gonna be on my Facebook.
That's a good point.
I don't know you. You don't have a chance to know my children.
Yeah.
No. And my job may or may not be. I may or may not post things pertaining to my job, but it's still going to be a no. If I don't know, and I'm about to delete a few people that I am friends with only because we are no longer friends, if you will. So there's no reason for you to see, like Amanda said, how well I'm doing. And if we're not friends, I wish you well. Like, I honestly wish nothing but the best for you. But I'm just going to sever that contact and that communication because you don't need to see what I'm doing, and I don't need to see what you're doing.
But if you really want to, you can like Moms and Mayhem on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and all that kind of shit. And you could still see what's going on. Like, look, Jess Cornell follows us.
And she does.
I
wish my box was full, Leah, but it's not.
I'll get your box nice and full, Robin. You wait for that. It's gonna get so full.
So Leah full. Fill me up, Daddy. I mean, that's another episode.
Oh my
God.
Let's
get back to Jess.
I didn't even have Leah's phone number until probably like
the last week.
Yeah. Yeah, and we had been talking since August. Yeah. So she's very selective, so don't take it personal. But back to this little.
Wait, before we end, when you get to the video before we're done, I'm gonna overline my lips with my lipstick like her. I'm gonna say her like this.
Will you do that, please?
When we're done recording, so that like I don't sit here looking like an asshole all night.
Because listen,
let me know when we're done on this, and then I'll sit because I literally emptied my purse. I legit emptied my purse, and I will totally do it.
Are you gonna underline your like underneath too, or just the top?
I'm totally overlining the fucking shit. I may, as a matter of fact, let me pause. I'm gonna run upstairs and go get makeup, and while we're sitting here, I'll put.
A glitter tear. Are you gonna rock a glitter?
Should I put the blue eyeshadow on? No, I'll wait, and then you tell me when we're ready. Like, give me like a thumbs up or something, and then I'll just pull out. Like, I have this like bright red, so I'll just start.
Oh my God, I love it.
The JVC tutorial.
Listen, I have uneven lips, which you could probably see on camera, which is why I hate myself on video, on camera, anything. So I was in a car accident and I had frostbite. So like right here, it like literally like frostbite. There was like a hole in my lip. So it almost looks like I had like a cleft palate or whatever. So they had plastic surgery.
I've never noticed it.
You never really?
I need to get closer to you.
So this one, it's probably the opposite side on camera.
Oh, we can't see you.
Oh, good. So, but my lip, I'll show you, but my lip, like, it goes up. So, like, I always wanted to do that, and I've done it before and realized, like, hey, Rocco, I realized I can't do it because I look like a freaking clown, and I really want JVC to learn that she looks like a clown. Does Rocco want to say hi?
Do you want to say hi, baby? Say hi.
Say hi to the people.
Here, say it here. Say
hi.
Tell them your name is. Tell them your salad dressing joke.
Rocco.
All right, I'll say. Why was the tomato blushing?
Why?
Because it saw the salad dressing.
Because it saw the salad dressing.
Oh my God, Rocco. Rocco.
So
Rocco.
Cute.
We should do a podcast with Rocco and Jake and Nina. We should just let the
Let them
9-year-old.
record each other.
We'll let them have a 9-year-old podcast. It'll be fabulous. Can you imagine? Probably
Olivia wants to be interviewed. She said, I want to be interviewed because I'm the child of a child.
Oh my God, she's so on. She's totally
throw
on.
all the shade.
She's gonna throw shade on Mom. All right,
She
here we go.
said she wants you guys to do it because I already know everything.
Well, yeah, you just have to sit there and like, catch the shit as it flies your way as she throws it at you. All right, here we go.
To be honest and tell you that I had not listened to any episodes, but I was forced to listen to the finale episodes
You're a liar.
in regards to some things that I needed to confirm for police that were true or not. And those of you that admitted to seeing the fake profiles on Facebook, you're stupid. Got you in trouble. It's coming. Also, like I said, the fact that the podcast said that they were working with police since before the beginning. Come on. Let me tell you what. The township where I was arrested, those detectives don't need help from you, okay? And they are...
We know that, which is why what you're trying to spin here, this narrative that you're spinning, is such complete and utter bullshit. We never said we were working with the police. Stop spinning that fucking narrative. I already covered it, but just want to say it again.
really, really, really pissed off that you would say that. So I would encourage you to call them over that, because you may or may not have charges coming your way too. Shh.
I was supposed to have a deformation lawsuit thrown against me months ago. I'm still waiting for that.
Me
Yeah,
too.
and what does a fake profile, like, you cannot, what
She's
does that
the
want to
queen
do?
of fake profiles.
I know.
Exactly. If I want to create a fake profile because I want to stalk someone or comment on something and I don't want someone to know who my employer is, White Horse Media, go ahead, continue to contact them. Thank you very much. Jeff's going to hate me. He's going to be like, why are you doing this? So that's not, like, there's no law against that. And when you are in the media, like, you can say what you want. There was nothing said during the live finale that was incriminating. I mean, there was nothing. And besides that one comment saying that you provided information. Oh my gosh, like, you cannot think in your head, you know what, if I say this, it's going to happen. And I believe in manifestation. I believe in putting it in the universe. But you can't fucking try to sell a whole new story that you didn't fake cancer and expect people to believe it.
Well, that's the other thing too. She won't address it. She will not address any of her charges, which I get. It's the only smart thing in the world. But she's trying so hard to spin this narrative that she's trying to make it sound like the only reason this bitch got arrested is because of the Ever Evolving Truth podcast. No.
Deflection. She has deflected since day one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, so much. And look, I know, like, this is almost like beating a dead horse already. Like, we know it. But it's frustrating. And this is the part where I got mad. So I'm glad that you guys haven't seen this yet, because this is the one where I was really mad, because she's like, you guys committed a crime. You. Like, no, we didn't. There's no defamation. You can't sue us. And the moment you agreed to do that interview with us, you became a public figure.
Mm-hmm.
And regardless of the fact, let's say hypothetically that you do truly feel that you were misled for the first interview. Let's say she does feel that way. Fine, okay. You did a second interview knowing full well that the podcast was about you. You
Yes.
wanted us to prove that you had cancer. You wanted us to do this. You loved it. You wanted to do a live interview with Christine, as far as I remember.
That.
You wanted to go on with Christine and call her out for all her lies. And then when we got Christine to say, sure, I'll do it, suddenly you disappeared. So don't you dare try to say that we did anything wrong. You're full of fucking shit. And the thing is, I don't think she is going to respond to this video, because nobody's ever called her out this directly. Jeff has on the show, but it's been week by week, and this is different. We are not mincing her words here. Everybody's hearing what she's saying directly, and we're responding to what she is saying directly. So you can't weasel your way out of this one, Jess. So if you have something to say to myself or Amanda or Robin, then come on the fucking show or keep your fucking mouth shut. We'll have you on. We'll talk to you, but you have to be honest. And you're completely incapable of doing that.
One last final update. Had the recent custody hearing. C for her name and another 4-letter word I would choose, but I won't, is not allowed to have contact and or be around my 2-year-old son unless
That's just catty, immature bullshit.
Petty.
That's all it is.
Petty motherfucking LaBelle. Petty LaBelle. Christine does more for your kid than you do, and Christine's a much better role model than you are, and she doesn't look like a fucking clown.
Let's just hope when if either of them ever decide to wear makeup, Christine's the one to teach them how to do it.
it's with permission from myself 30 days in advance, like a graduation, a birthday party. During drop-offs, he's not allowed to be around her because of the custody of her older son and my ex. And guess what? I will never approve ever of him being around you.
It also doesn't matter. It's kind of moot because that whole narrative that Rob and Christine were having an affair has been completely blown out. We all know it's not true. So really, what's the point at this point? Are you just trying to keep... Right, it's control. It's total control. And are you trying to keep your son away from his brother? Is that what you're trying to do?
And it just hurts the baby. It doesn't hurt you. You're hurting your son. But then again, that's what she enjoys doing. She enjoys hurting people.
Right. You're absolutely right there. You are absolutely right about that.
Ever. One last final update.
How many times is she going to say that?
Had the recent custody
Oh, that's
hearing.
right. This is again.
I will never
For some reason, she
approve
uploaded
ever
that
of him
twice.
being around you. Ever. Because, in reality, a judge looked at evidence because that was something that was contested.
The judge didn't look at evidence. You said it. Rob didn't fight it because there's no reason to fight it. There is no evidence that Christine is a danger to your son. It's just you being a petty Betty. That's all it is.
Agreed.
There is absolutely no proof of it. There's none. There is nothing Christine has done ever in her life. And if you claim that there is, bring the receipts, bitch. We want to see them.
Who the judge sided with.
The judge didn't side with anyone. He just agreed. That's just the way it works. You're the mother. 9 times out of 10, the mother's going to get whatever they want, even if they are a sociopathic person who is staring down the barrel of a jail sentence. Okay?
So, y'all ain't got the real story. Also, like I said, please, I would encourage everybody to go on the court dockets, see that there is currently a litigation under my name and my ex's name about this property because my ex has been lying to me and not paying his court-ordered half of the rent since August. And I had to find out when the landlord and realtor showed up at my door randomly one day, and we were able to compare text messages that she...
To her realtor and landlord, if you're looking at her text messages, please make sure they're real and they're not screenshots because I guarantee you they're fake. I guarantee you she deleted messages, something. If you're going off this and seriously charging Rob by anything that is given to you by Jessica Cornell, we are talking about a woman who gave the police a fake death certificate for her father. Okay?
And one more thing. One more. She gets $1,200 a month, give or take, for child support for her daughter. So she can use that. And a real mother is going to go to work and do what she needs to do to keep a roof over her kid's head. You want to claim that you're independent, you don't need help, and you can do this, but yet you can't pay your rent. But you can spend money on your whack-ass makeup, right? And which is your new hobby. Maybe your new hobby should be, I don't know, something that's real and something that is upholding and respectful, respectful, whatever. Now I sound like her. But do something where you can provide to keep a roof over your children's head and stop blaming it on somebody else, because that, more than anything, boils my fucking blood. Like, I saved my house from foreclosure. I didn't cry about it. I didn't start a GoFundMe. I didn't lay on the bathroom floor and tell people that they should skip Starbucks that day and, send the money to me. I didn't do any of that. I went to, I looked at my other options and I filed for a loan modification. I did what I needed to do in privacy and under wraps, because it's nobody's fucking business. So your eviction and your whatever that you're going to fight with Rob, like, grow a fucking pair of balls bigger than the saggy ass tits on your chest and man the fuck up and handle it.
See, that's the thing, too. Buffy the Truth Slayer over here walks around with these fucking beach ball sized lady nuts, as I've said before. I mean, she does. She has beach ball sized lady nuts to do the things she does and says the things she does, but she can't pull up her own fucking bootstraps and go work at McDonald's to pay the fucking rent like anybody else would. It's bullshit, and I'm sick of it. And it's the deflection and the bullshit. And she has been a big part of my life for months now, and I do want it to go away. But like I said, she's like a herpy on my asshole. I can't get her to go away.
We can wax it off when we wax it out the asshole.
Yeah, but it'll just pop back up. It'll get inflammation in a couple months. I mean, and look, she probably won't do jail time, which is nauseating to me, because I feel like she should do at least a day in jail for every person that she took money from. I think that's what if I were the judge.
$1,
I would do it.
And she claimed that her restitution has been paid. She's paid back everything. With what income? Maybe you should have used that to pay your fucking rent so you weren't getting evicted, because where are you going to go?
Exactly. That's the other thing, too. I want receipts on this restitution, because I don't believe any of that.
What I think actually happened was that, because there were people that I know that knew people that had donated to either of the donations, and they had said that they had started receiving refunds from either GoFundMe or Facebook. So I think what's happening is that GoFundMe and Facebook, they are refunding the people. So technically
it's not her.
It looks like you're getting paid back, but it's coming from them. So I'm sure after all this is said and done, if she truly did not get some kind of loan or had help from her family, they'll probably sue her for that, because I'm imagining she doesn't have $12,000 plus in her bank account.
No.
Not anymore. No,
not anymore. Exactly, not anymore.
Show that he had been lying to both of us. So, podcast, why don't you go and investigate that?
Because it's probably not true. You're a fucking liar.
The fact that I've been paid up even through January at this
Totally don't buy that.
point. He hasn't paid through August. So now
He hasn't lived there since July. Why should he be paying your rent? It doesn't make sense. If he's paying you child support, that should cover your rent. So again, that would make you responsible for it, not him.
now I have to go to court over his BS. But I noticed that wasn't reported on.
Why would it be? Oh, and here we go. We're going to get into the burglary again. Here we go.
Burglary wasn't reported on.
Because there was no burglary, because you destroyed your own house, wrote your own note, stole your own computer, and broke your own piggy banks.
She's
That's
going to
why.
say, that wasn't me, that was Patricia.
It was Maddie Whistler. And that's the other thing, too. So in her first Instagram video where she attempts to apologize and actually says, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. As she's touching her tit the whole time.
If you feel like I slighted you.
Yeah, slighted? I don't think the word is slighted. I don't think that's the word, sweetheart. But what I will say is in that video, she says about, oh, God damn it, I forgot it. where were we talking? Oh, the burglary. She says it may or may not have been related to the podcast.
With a wink at the end.
Yes.
Bitch, are you insinuating that me and Mounts broke into your house and stole your shit? Because that's what you're trying to make it sound like.
But you wanted the 400 pages. I have a tire gauge. That's what this is. Because I cleaned out my purse and it was there. The 400 pages of medical documentation, the piggy bank, the safe, the fingerprints that are all over the house, and then like the note left in marker on her desk. Clearly that was her. And what dumbass, kicks the window out? When you're breaking in, you break in. That's the whole, you're not breaking out, you're breaking the fuck in. You break in. Your window would have fallen inward. So if you've watched any Dateline, ID, SVU,
right,
I don't know, any Netflix documentary, you would know that your window's going to go on the inside. And no one's going to come and steal 400 pages of your medical documentation, which it was probably 4 Post-its. And maybe, or they weren't even there. Like, nobody broke into your house, Jessica. Nobody wanted your shit. You destroyed, disheveled, totally did all that shit to make it look like detrimental damage was done, when in fact it's one more deflection exercise, attempt, ploy, whatever you're doing to take, so it's one more thing to add. I'm a victim. No, fucking victim, Velma. You're not a fucking victim. You're a piece of shit. That's what you are. Just a huge fucking steaming, flaming pile of shit.
She's absolutely right. I mean, hi there, everyone that's listening. This is Leah. I just wanted to pop in really quickly and make sure that it's very clear that what Robin and I are discussing here about the burglary is all our opinion. We have no proof that Jessica, in fact, did this herself, just from looking at the photos and knowing her behavior patterns. This is our opinion. We want to be very clear there. I am not saying that she absolutely did it for a fact. So, thank you. First of all, victim Velma, fucking love it. Second of all, I just don't understand the process there. And you constantly throw around this term defamation. I'm going to sue you for defamation. Again.
Deformation. It's deformation.
I'm sorry, deformation. You agreed to do the interviews, again, made you a public figure, just like me. I am now a public figure, okay? I'm a public figure.
Amanda, so Robin, we're public figures.
I made it.
That's all that matters.
I made it.
You have absolutely no fame and you don't get paid for it. But if somebody wants to go on YouTube and make a video about you, you can't complain.
As long as they don't portray me as a mattress actress, I'm fine.
Okay. Well, that would be true.
I release my own sex tapes when I'm ready, okay?
Yeah.
Chatterbait, here I come.
Chatterbait. Chatterbait. Oh, wasn't that fun? That was fun.
We have those. If anybody who's listening would like to see her Chatterbait photos that she joined this website, I don't know what it is, I'm just speaking out of context, but she joined this apparently, and there were screenshots sent of her enormous fucking tube sock titties, and she was married at the time.
Yeah.
So
she's actually in the same bed with that is in this video right now, which I actually want to comment on, Jess. It's not every day that I can give you a compliment, but I really, really like your bed, and I kind of want to know where you bought it. So
then let's look at it.
Yeah, you'll see it in a second. It's one of those like gray, like cloth ones, and she's got like those fuzzy pillows. Like, it looks really nice. So if you
She does have good furniture taste. Give her that.
And she lays around in her wedding dress on her bed, so I'm sure it has to make for a nice backdrop.
Right,
but I'm ready.
Wait, can we go back to the burglary?
Oh, that's where we were.
That happened on Thanksgiving when everybody was home in a townhouse community where people were around.
That's the other thing.
This is the thing, and I'm gonna pretense this with I don't condone anyone doing stupid shit like breaking into someone's house or their car or whatever. However, you, and by you I mean Jessica, went and sent a picture of your driver's license to at least one person when the podcast was looking over trying to get some information on that weightlifting bench, whatever it is, that customized thing, you sent a picture of your driver's license to Tony Pepperoni or Pepperoni, who you had no idea who he was. So if you were doing that to him, who else were you doing that to? And what if you sold something to someone and you didn't pay up on it, which is typical of you? What if they decided, fuck it, I'm going to show up and do it? And like Robin said, now I'm also pretense this one. I've never been to your house. I understand where the community is. I've never been there, so don't accuse me of doing this. But from my understanding and 6ABC News, you live between two other homes, so no one said anything. You have security cameras.
Nobody heard a big safe being drunk down the stairs.
Yeah, it's just...
I hear my kid up and down the stairs.
I know, me too.
I mean, devil's advocate, God forbid it actually did happen. Obviously, that's awful for information to be taken, but the timing is very, very convenient. And I want anyone that's watching this, listening to this, and you have to listen to the Ever Evolving Truth. You have to go to the podcast Facebook page, because if you have no idea, we're just going to sound like three women that are complete assholes. And we are, but we're coming from a place where, you know, we've all been attacked by her. And we've all had relationships with her, even if they were short-lived. So I don't know if I necessarily, I mean, I win for longest, so I'll take that credit.
Yeah, you do win. You do win.
But
how many times were you supposed to be a bridesmaid in her fake ass wedding?
There's 2 dresses. I can't find them, and I can't fit into them either, so that's okay. But there were 3 engagements, 1 secret wedding, and then I didn't even get invited to her actual wedding, which I told Christine like twice. I'm kind of pissed off. Like, how'd you get an invitation? And you're the ex-baby mama, and I didn't even get one. And I planned bridal showers and all that other stuff. But
some bullshit right there.
I know. Someone get married. I have the perfect maid of honor speech, and I still have it. Maybe I should share that, because I still have it in my email.
Oh my God, I would love it.
And I may have saved it for multiple weddings.
We may need to do a YouTube video where you read Jess her maid of honor speech. I think that would be beautiful. Nice. We should do an Instagram live. We'll do an IG live. She'll watch that. So with the burglary too, because I don't know if it's this video or the previous video where she says that the podcast thing. I think it's the previous one, because you guys haven't seen this one.
Correct.
So don't, like, to me, the way I took it was, one, it was either one of our listeners, but then when she starts to talk about the medical records, when she's like 400 pages of medical records, which, one, who has that kind of shit in their house?
Yeah.
Like, let me tell you, so everybody knows, I was in a car accident when I was 18. I was hit by a tractor trailer. We sued the trucking company, okay? So for 2 years, and since I was 18, if you include my 3 C-sections, I have had 17 surgeries total from 18 to 30, how old, 32? So, but that's including my sections. So, you know.
My sections.
That's sections.
You know, those old things, just my sections.
Yeah, I'm just counting those. But, so I had, at my mother's house, I have like those big ass Tupperware bins, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's filled with medical records for 2 years. But it's also filled with court cases and pictures and like everything from being in a court case, okay? So all of my medical records were there. But even still, they're on disc. And that was in 2000 to 2002. And all of my medical records are on discs. Nobody, I don't care who you are, you're not going to have files of paper, because that kind of shit doesn't exist anymore. Everything is on CD. Everything. It's on a disc, it's on a computer, it's on a hard drive, it's on a a flash drive, whatever, you're not going to have a drawer full of papers as medical records. And that's probably how you got busted, as being a fucking liar. And if someone did rob your ass and take 400 pages of medical records, can you please put them online? Because I want to see if there's headers on them. Because I love how she had stuff from Penn Medicine, but there is no header. So
it was handwritten.
And they were handwritten, and I mean, it's a mess. If you don't know what we're talking about, go listen to the show, because this is a mess, and we're supposed to be sticking to what she's saying here. So I want to say that you even insinuating that the Teep podcast had anything to do with your fake ass break-in is deformation. And that was the moment where I was seriously considering getting a lawyer. So I want you to know that no, we don't have lawyers. But if you keep saying shit like that, at least for myself, I can't speak for the other three, but I am considering getting a lawyer. So keep running your mouth, girlfriend, because then you will be sued and it'll be fun.
Imagine that. You can ask C all about it. I'm sure she can confirm it with R, or you could just ask R yourself, or I could post the text messages between me and R.
Nobody believes your text messages because they're lies.
You know, me and R are actually in a very good place right now.
Not anymore. You just called him out on YouTube, on Instagram Live, but you're in a very good place right now. This is the kind of shit.
A walking contradiction.
We've been in. So, there's that. Yeah, this is the last bit I'm going to speak about this podcast. You know what? This is what they want. This is what they crave.
Actually, it's not. It's what you want. It's what you crave. And we do respond to you, because how do we not? If you would just sit down and have an adult conversation with us, or any of the hundreds of people that you scammed out of money, then maybe we wouldn't need to do it in public. But since you're adamant about doing stuff like this, we have to respond like this. So keep it coming, girlfriend. We'll keep responding.
So you're dead to me. I don't give a F that y'all waste your lives on me. I think it's actually really sad and pathetic. And I can tell you I'm not the only person that thinks that, for sure.
I agree. You probably definitely aren't the only person that thinks that. There's people on iTunes on the podcast that are like, oh, she got caught. Don't you guys think you're beating a dead horse at this point? No. And this is exactly why we're not beating a dead horse.
So hang around if you want to see me try to do makeup tutorials from YouTube, which I'm okay at.
Try is the operative word. It's still not working.
Sending drama out of me, babies. Bye-bye.
So bye-bye. But
just ask me. No, I do not have a Facebook, any Facebook. Apparently, I have so many Facebook accounts.
You do.
I haven't been on months.
Lies.
Or not. I know that they report that I have 0 friends.
Buffy the Truth Slayer.
Couldn't be more wrong. They just want people to think that, so that's fine.
We don't want people to think that. The thing is, and I think I've said this, and let's make this clear, and let's see if you all agree. If this were happening to me and I were accused of faking cancer, right? I'm sure there would be people that would come out of the woodwork and be like, Leah Kasari is a bitch. I can't stand her. Here's why. This, that, and the other reason.
Because I did. I reached out about the t-shirts because I knew something was wrong and I didn't fucking like her.
Right. So there are people that don't like me. I don't blame you if you don't like me. I probably have given you plenty of reason not to like me. I agree with that. But there will also be people that will come out and be like, that is not true. Leah is not that kind of person. I have people in my life that would defend me without me even asking, right? There would be we could not, it was like pulling teeth to get people to defend her. And the only 2 people that did defend her turned on her halfway through because she screwed them over. We're not saying that you don't have friends, and we're not trying to spin a narrative about that. We're saying that we legitimately could not find anyone that cared enough about you to help you in this situation because you fuck over everyone you know.
Yeah, and the other thing is that even during my interview, I said things that were kind of in her defense. Like, yes, she did have a hip replacement. And not that, like, I was worried about after my interview. I'm like, oh my God, are people going to be like, why was she being so nice? I think in my mind, I sounded a lot nicer than I probably was. But I mean, there are people that are like me that know her in some capacity that I did at that time that would say exactly what I said about her. You know, yes, this did happen. Yes, that did happen. Or no, that's not fucking true. And her last communication with me via Facebook was November 3rd. So, I mean, we're only at the end of December. And let's go back to that Mary Jones profile that has Jess Ann James, which is the same name that she just had and had a picture of herself on not too long ago. I mean, whatever. Maybe we should fucking sue her for having a fake Facebook page since she wants to sue everyone else.
Well, that's the thing. If you're going to prosecute people for having fake profiles, then we need to bury her ass under the prison. Like, somebody needs to call Neve. And are you doing your lips?
I'm just getting ready because I
Yours
was
looks-
looking at.
But yours look good.
I was looking at her Instagram earlier. Not her Instagram, her Twitter, because you know she expects to be on Twitter. Oh God! And she had these horrible red lips that were like oddly overlined, and she looks like she's like
Right.
like she just got done blowing Pennywise or something. So, as a tribute to her.
Here we go.
But are you going to do the other video where she looks like Gus in a yellow shirt?
I think maybe we should do, because this is already an hour and 25 minutes. Maybe
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
We're going to have to do a second video. Let's do a second one. Let's do this again, because this was kind of fun.
Right now, you're doing it so I can do my lips.
Go ahead, do your lips, and we'll close it out, because we only have 31 seconds left, it says. So,
back to me. It's what started this rant tonight. So, like I said, I'm just going to be positive and move forward and podcast because you don't exist to me anymore. You're literally dead to me. Take care.
Is that a good representation of her lips on her Twitter? Is it Jeffree Star approved?
I think it's perfect. Look, say, is there anything you want to add to the end of this one? I do think we should do the other one, and we'll kind of fly through the other one because I think we covered all the major points.
All right.
But maybe we'll do it like, I don't know, not tomorrow, the next day, and we'll put it up. Is there anything you want to say in closing?
No.
Amanda? I love that face. This one.
I will save that for the video where she specifically calls me out, and leave it at that. And we are not bullying. We are simply discussing things. This is what we do now. We discuss things. We say things that people are thinking that maybe not want to say. I don't like
doing our truth. We're speaking our truth.
I don't like doing this solely because I feel this connection because she was my best friend, but I also feel like she's been so easily to throw everyone else under the bus. Sure. It is what it is, and you know what? You can comment negatively if you want, but we're being truthful and we're being honest, and we're moms of mayhem. So there you go. This is the mayhem part of it.
So well said. Well said, Wags.
We really, that was well said. And we don't really want to talk about it on the podcast because our podcast is so much more than just that. Which will be
a good mayhem. It's not fuckery mayhem. It's not degrading bullshit. Let me attack you and then whatever. No, this is our everyday lives and what we experience and what the listeners experience, and just a kind of a way to bring everybody together in a, you know what? Yep. I totally agree with that. Yep, I absolutely pissed my pants a little bit when I laughed too. So it's one of those things. It's none of this. Let me just be like a huge steaming pile of shit.
No. And we're gonna
I
look
can't
at
take you seriously. I'm
with your
so
lip.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
They are. You do look
I've
like you
seen
just
you
took that
after
Pennywise.
some nights out, and you've never looked this good.
Remember our plastic lips, Amanda?
Oh my gosh, we need to get Leah in on that. So yeah,
Are they like the wax ones? Like the wax
No,
cute?
we like, was it we or was it me?
it was both of us. We had like very
Super,
glossy. Yeah.
super like patent leather gloss. And
Ooh.
like it was glittery, but it was one of those when you talked, your mouth was like a fly trap. It was all like,
I know which ones you mean. I
It's
totally
like
had that lip
it's like we
gloss.
bought lip gloss in the 12-year-old section at Walmart and just
Yeah.
applied it, and
you know,
it
we're
looked
just
good.
shops.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
It looks fabulous, but it's like you're kind of like this by the end of the night because your lips
It's just
like,
for pictures. It's just for
yes,
pictures.
yes.
Don't wear that
And we
stuff
were
out.
like this in every picture.
Well, yeah, because you look friggin'
It's
phenomenal.
a clown. We're totally calling out McDonald's.
I
Oh,
love it. So, okay, so I think we will do more things like this on this channel, on our YouTube channel. We will have episodes of the show on too. But if we want to like call somebody out for their,
Bullshit.
yeah, like, if Buffy the Truth Slayer is running around or any other Buffy the Truth Slayer, we're gonna call you out. Episode 2, the cancel culture episode, I'm thinking about putting that out on here because it's YouTube related, the Katie Joy debacle. And I think maybe we'll discuss that a little bit more because there's some drama, and I think it would be fun to do one of these again where we watch a video and comment on what they're saying because I think that's really cool. So that's that. And then you could always, but don't just listen to the show here because it's better if you listen to it on Google or something because we're way better on there. I don't know why it's way better on there, but it totally is. You definitely don't want to listen to it on YouTube. Listen to it there. But yeah, so this is us. Like us, don't like us, just subscribe. Thank you. And we'll be back with more. Peace.